tobacco.
Hi, I'm Kevin Coburn. This is the origin of tobacco. When you think of tobacco and how it came to be, do you think of Europeans growing it and bringing it to the Americas? It's quite the opposite. According to Dayton University, it's believed that it's been grown since 6000 BC by the Native Americans for religious and medicinal uses. When beginning my speech, I never thought about the history and the background of tobacco. Instead, I thought of a mere professional baseball player on the television with a dip of snuff in his mouth. Tobacco has been around for thousands of years, and you might be surprised to find out how it became a part of American culture today and the difference between its uses. Let's start with some facts about tobacco. The plant itself. Dayton University School of Law wrote an article on the history of tobacco, called The History of Tobacco, giving facts about what the actual plant is made up of. Tobacco plant grows native to North and South America. It comes from the same family as the potato, the pepper, and the poisonous nightshade. The seed of the tobacco plant is very tiny. 300,000 seeds are contained in a 1 ounce sample. Its uses include smoking, chewing, snuffing, and extraction of nicotine. According to Britannica, its scientific name is Nicotiana tabacum. It's a leaf that is dried for cigarettes, snuff, cigars, and pipe tobacco. Now that you know a few facts, let's talk about the history starting from the very beginning. Tobacco is ancient. Recently, tobacco was found that dates to the Paleocene era, 2.5 million years ago. The first pictorial record of smoking was a pottery vessel found that dates from before 11th century. On it was a Mayan rolling tobacco on a simple piece of string. In the 16th century, sailors spread the seeds between Americas and Europe between the Columbian Exchange. The spread of tobacco reaches Japan, Cuba, Spain, and Portugal. During the 17th century, tobacco use was named the Great Age of the Pipe. The market turns the pipe into cash crops in the colony, or turns tobacco into cash crops in the colonies in the Americas. According to tobacco.org, in 1604, King James increased the import tax on tobacco by 4,000%. By the time tobacco has taken over the global market all over the world. By 1614, there are 7,000 tobacco shops in London alone. In the 18th century, the world was introduced to snuff. Napoleon claimed to have used 7 pounds of snuff per month. With tobacco being imported and exported from every corner of the earth, regulations, laws, taxes are placed upon it by many European powers. In the 19th century was the age of the cigar. In 1800s, prostitutes were seen smoking in front of Notre Dame, and this was the first time in history that women had publicly smoked. During the 1830s, the first organized anti-tobacco movement begins in the United States. According to tobacco.org, tobacco use is considered to be dry out the mouth, creating a morbid and diseased thirst, which only liquor could reach. That quote was used by the anti-tobacco movement in that time. In 1900 and 1950, the growing use of the cigarette. 4.4 billion cigarettes are sold in 1900. In 1901, 4 out of 5 men smoke at least a cigar a day in the U.S. In 1904, the first coupon was made for cigarettes to be used in stores, and it creates more variety to already enormous industry. Controversy takes over the U.S. in the early 1900s. In 1907, Washington passed a law to make it illegal to manufacture, sell, exchange, barter, dispose of, or give away any cigarettes. cigarette paper, or cigarette wrappers. In 1950 to 1999. 1950, the top 5 cigarette companies sold 306.2 billion cigarettes alone. By the 50s, controversy over health issues and smoking is at its all-time high. Although the number of sales are high, the statistics of users are mostly men. By 1968, the Surgeon General had issued 3 statements over the consequences of smoking. As the latter 1900s approached, the gender usage leveled off close to 50-50. In 1991, Joe Camel, the owner of Camel, had an income of advertising is about $40 million according to tobacco.org. The next time you're watching baseball and see one of the players spit brown, nasty kind of looking stuff, you can reflect on the information I've given you about tobacco and realize the impact it's had on the world and the world's culture and the economy.